Hello, welcome back to another episode of Kdrama Weekly.
At Kdrama Weekly, we love our K-dramas and bring you reviews and discussions of a different top Korean drama or film every week.
That's right. Each week we dive into major plot points, character development, and arcs in each drama/film. We also try and provide some cultural context to common themes using the knowledge we've gained as K-drama stans.
Yeah! I'm your host, Sandra, and as always, I'm joined by my co-hosts, Benner and Valerie.
Yeah.
This episode will be discussing the film Detective K, Secret of Virtuous Widow, which is the first in the Detective K trilogy.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is your one and only spoiler warning. If you haven't watched Detective K, Secret of Virtuous Widow yet, go do so before you come back and listen. Because we about to spoil all of the major plot points. Yeah. Alright, Valerie, you got some info about the film?
Indeed I do. So, Detective K, The Secret of the Virtuous Widow is a 2011 film based on the novel by the same name. By Kim Tak-hwan. Yeah. It was directed by Kim Seok-yoon, produced by, I don't know what this guy's name is, because it says Kim, and then it has a J-Ho, and then Kwang-soo, so I don't know if that's his full name, or what's going on there.
Maybe it's Kim Jo Kwon-soo. If any of the listeners know, let us know.
Yeah. And also Lee Sun-mi, and it's written by Lee Chun-hyung and Lee Nam-gyu. It stars Kim Myung-min, Han Ji-min, and Oh Dal-soo.
Yeah!
Yeah, and it was the fourth best-selling film of 2011.
I feel like we've been doing 2011 things.
Yeah, we have. We did a couple dramas from 2011, 2012.
We're stuck in the 2010s.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're working our way back.
Yeah.
Yes. But it was also released in the US and Canada. And it had two sequels released in 2015 and 2018.
Like released in theaters?
Yes.
Oh,
That's cool.
I didn't know that.
It was released in 10 cities in the US.
So it was like a short release type thing, or limited release. Cool! Okay. Who wants to start?
I guess I can start.
Okay.
Yeah! So this drama follows Detective K, obviously. He's been hired by the Chona! Yeah. To,
the king, for those of you that don't know.
Yes. He's been
Chona
hired.
is what they call the king. It's like your highness.
The king told him to go and detective some, what's it called? Crime? Is that what you call them nowadays?
Well, he's not detectiving crime. He's detectiving crime because the king suspects that there's like a coup against him. There's like what do you call it? Corruption afoot. But he doesn't know who's doing the corrupting. But so in disguise he sends the detective dude to go see if this virtuous widow, or like this widow who died, can be like remembered as a virtuous widow, which I guess is like a widow that didn't know nothing bad before she died. So basically like the equivalent of like when
Mother Teresa.
Somebody gets named a saint, basically.
Oh man.
Mother Teresa.
No, not Mother Teresa. Get out
Martin
of here.
Teresa.
Oh my Jesus.
Anyways, yeah, so he's investigating the murder of this dude at the beginning of the film. But he says that it was not a suicide because the dude was hanged, that it was actually a murder. Yes.
Yeah.
And the dude who murdered the guy, I don't know who the guy was, but
he was a rando.
Yeah.
I don't know.
he got murdered by the magistrate of that little
Town.
city place, town. And so,
The magistrate was arrested.
yeah. And so he was gonna go in there and like question the magistrate, but then turns out that the magistrate was assassinated.
Yeah. But while he was investigating how he was killed, he's blamed for the assassination.
Yes. And so
He
then
was set up.
He's put in jail.
I mean, he wasn't set up. He just happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
He's just got bad luck.
I think he was set up though, because the guards didn't really seem to care what he had to say.
That's true.
Well, because they thought he killed him.
Well, I don't know. To me, it just seemed like they were gonna throw him in jail regardless.
I don't know.
Well,
That's what it seemed. to me.
regardless of the reason, he was arrested.
Yeah. And that is where he meets his buddy, the dog thief, or so we thought. Because later on,
Can you repeat that?
the dog thief.
Okay.
Are you
What?
making fun of my
Oh my
list?
Jesus!
Wow.
What are you talking
For
about?
the record, I said nothing.
Wow, I can't believe you would do that. So rude. So yes, later we find out that he's not really a dog thief. He's actually a merchant. He'd be a merchant.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So here we are thinking he's a beggar.
And a broship develops.
And then together they go to the little city that he was gonna go to anyways, because when he was inspecting the murder of the body of the magistrate, he pulled out a little needle that was
Acupuncture needle.
yeah, it was basically stabbed. They stabbed like the back of the head.
So he was like killed that way.
Yeah. And he found like a rash that was due to a certain poison, and
Yep.
so he's going to
Which was only grown in a specific region.
yeah, so that's where he's going.
Which so happens to be where he's going to do that inspection about the widow.
So he gets there, and lo and behold, it's Barista Buddy.
Yeah,
man,
barista buddy.
We see him
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
He'd be everywhere, man.
Yeah, he helps them because they got shot at by some arrows. And so he brings back the dog thief because he got shot in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so then they go and they investigate the house of where the widow used to live. And I think they were talking to her mother-in-law.
Yeah, her mother-in-law and her brother-in-law.
I don't know if it was her brother.
It was her brother-in-law.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're talking to him. And then,
Things be suspicious.
yes, things be suspicious. Because they said that she committed suicide. She done jumped off a cliff. Yeah.
Because her husband had died of an illness.
Yes. Sickness.
All the sick.
And she couldn't handle it. Yeah. And so then he sees some suspicious things there. And so then he...
But that's not his main priority. He's trying to find out about the needle and stuff.
Yeah. So then he goes and tries to speak to the merchant. But they don't let him.
Yeah.
And so then he like goes back. And then I think that's when her brother-in-law gets killed as well.
Whose brother-in-law?
The widow's brother-in-law gets killed. And so then he finds that same needle in his head.
Yeah.
And yeah. And so then he's like, for sure, I need to talk to the merchant, who happens to be a lady.
A very sexy lady.
Yeah.
Who's wearing the scandalous clothing,
quite
which
scandalous.
probably is not period accurate. I don't think people would be wearing that back then.
Maybe for the concubines.
No, not even then. Like, because we've seen Giseng in like other dramas, and they don't wear that type of stuff. They're still covered up. They just look fancy.
Scandalous for them. You know the top part of their handbooks?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just make it shorter.
Oh,
yeah.
no. But yeah,
they're still all covered.
I was just sitting there minding my own business, and then all of a sudden it just like zooms into boobs, and I was like, I was not expecting that.
They like focused on the boobs.
Yeah, I was like, whoa! It's like this is not what usually happens.
It
with,
is
like
definitely
Korean
not
films
rated
or-
PG.
Yeah, close your ojitos.
Mihitos.
Your ojitos. So yeah, eventually he's able to get in to talk to this merchant lady, and
she tells him to leave, basically.
yeah, she doesn't really give him information.
No. And then
and
he's also
he's-
very flustered
Yeah.
because she's pretty.
Yes.
There's a giant fish tank, which also doesn't seem like it would be
Yeah.
around in that time.
Yeah.
With lots of little baby
I
fish.
was that's what I was thinking when I saw that. I was like, they had fish tanks back then.
I saw it was in 1780 something.
Oh,
Oh,
it was
yeah.
in the 80s?
Yeah, because
1780 something.
17.
Oh, 70.
They also had. That's why they had guns.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This
Yeah.
is the only other time I've seen a Joseon historical thing where they have guns.
Yeah.
Like, I knew they were around back then, and they were still wearing hanboks and stuff while we had, like, normal clothes over here.
Yeah. I was
But-
gonna say.
Yeah, the only other time I've seen guns come out in historic things was in Goo Family book.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen that either.
So yeah, so he leaves, and then he goes and he talks to some of the farmer peasants that are around there who used to like be the servants to the widow.
Yeah.
And so he gets some information from them, and then he eventually realizes that it's this, I don't know what he was. I think he was a lord.
Yeah.
The one that
Some
was
lord dude.
it was the lord who was causing all this nonsense and who had the lady murdered.
Yeah.
Murder. And so he's trying to like get him.
Prove it.
He's trying to find the proof, but that lord dude is after this book that has names of people who have been baptized.
Mm-hmm.
And the
Or
detective,
Christians.
yes, the detective's name happens to be in the book.
Mm-hmm. The widow was also a Christian.
And so, then the Lord figures out, well, he finds out that the dude is on to him, and then he goes and he tries to have him framed for the murder of his buddy.
Well, and he also is somehow working with the merchant lady, the sexy lady.
Who's working with her? Wait,
The Lord
yeah.
dude.
No, he's not. Yeah, he is.
That's why he has her killed. Because she has the book at first.
Oh, yeah, you were.
And also, there's
I think she
a
was
ledger.
Getting
because-
information on his nonsense corruption.
Well, like, I think he was, like, embezzling or
Yeah,
something. And
he
she
was
had all of
embezzling.
the
The proof?
the book, like, with the ledger. So, like, the
Mhm.
accounts of all of that.
Yeah.
And so, that's why
I
he
was
had her killed.
slightly confused while I was watching this drama.
Yeah,
Because there was a
it's
lot
quite
going on.
confusing.
Yeah, it goes very fast and a lot of information gets thrown at you.
Yeah.
So that Lord dude was working with her. It wasn't embezzlement, it was they were selling copies, like
Fake paintings.
yeah, fake paintings, and he was making a profit off of them, and so that's what she had a record of. But that was separate from the Christian issue.
Wasn't
Yes.
he the one that? Oh wait, no, her husband just died of sickness. Didn't he?
No, he was poisoned.
Oh, wasn't he the one that did that then?
No. The widows.
Oh.
No, it was just a random famous painter.
Yeah, it was some random
That-
The
painter who
random
died.
dude just poisoned him.
No, the painter died
Yeah.
and didn't finish the painting.
Yeah, he
That
forgot
was
to.
being.
He didn't get to paint the back legs of the donkey. The
And
donkey's
Talking
butt.
about her husband right now.
What about her husband?
how he died?
He
Who
just
poisoned
died.
him?
His father-in-law and his mother, or not his father-in-law, his mom and dad poisoned him because he was a Christian,
Yeah.
Oh wow.
and it was a disgrace to the family.
Anyways, yeah. So, Detective K is able to get this book that has the names of the Christians on it, but the Lord is there because I guess he's been following him because he knew he would find it for him.
Creep.
And so then he steals it from him,
Mm-hmm.
and he's left there. But then he devises a plot so that he can get the book back. And it turns out that the book that the Lord took at the end, we find out it wasn't actually the book. It was just an erotic novel.
No, it was the book.
Who was it?
The king just switched it out.
Oh.
That wasn't the Lord. That was the father-in-law.
What?
The father-in-law was the one at the end whose house they went to.
Was it?
Yeah.
I thought it was the
The
Lord.
Lord got killed in the shuffle or something. Because remember Barista Buddy, like, those people ambushed him?
Yeah.
Right before this? That was the Lord.
Swear that was
Are you sure
the
that
Lord
was
at the end,
Yes.
Sandra. No, I don't know. Anyways, regardless, somebody...
Because he would have, if that was the Lord, he would have known that his daughter-in-law was still alive. Because he was shocked when he saw her. He thought a ghost had come back.
What?
Yeah.
I'm confused.
At the end, when she came out and she yelled at him,
Yeah.
that's her father-in-law, and he was shocked that she was there because he thought that she was dead. 'Cause
I don't
she jumped
know.
off the ledge.
Alright, well, somebody comes out at the end. Yeah. And, but the detective dude doesn't end up getting thrown in jail for being a Christian.
Yeah, because the king switches out the list of Christians for an erotic novel.
Yeah.
Because he likes Detective K.
Yeah, they be
Yes.
buddies.
They do be buddies.
They go way back to Jesus.
Yep.
Mm.
So, besides the convoluted and confusing plot, this drama was hilarious.
Film.
Oh yeah, this film was hilarious. I'm sorry, it's not a drama.
It was pretty silly. Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
There was
I
a
like
lot
how
of
they were
hijinks.
talking in really low voices. They were like, no, 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 no.
What?
Yeah, they were talking in really low voices, and they sounded really dumb.
What?
It was
When
great.
he was talking with that magistrate.
He was like, "You are
when he arrived to
colorblind."
this-
Yes.
Wow.
They did that a lot, though.
I thought he just did it because that magistrate in that town with the widow had a really low voice, so he was making fun of him.
That could be too.
Yeah.
Either way, it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But yeah, it turns out that the guy who's been helping him, the dog thief, was the merchant all along,
Yeah.
and the widow was just helping him out, helping him like get the paintings, figure out which paintings were real and which ones were fake.
Mm-hmm.
So then she posed as the merchant for some reason
Yes.
to like keep her
His
identity hidden.
identity secret.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
And hers too.
and also part of the reason, besides her being Christian, part of the reason why she was like murdered or whatever was because she was being innovative in teaching the slaves how to use tools, and she also freed them at one point.
Yes. And she was all about the equal rights.
So, that's bad for like wealthy people because if they lose their cheap labor, then they lose a lot of money.
Yep. They also can't be losing their servants.
Yeah.
I thought it was great how he only became a Christian because he wanted a Rubik's Cube.
Yeah, there is that. I guess they were being like, what do you call it?
And someone told him about a tool that could solve the problem.
The Rubik's Cube?
Yeah.
Oh my Jesus.
He called it a calculator.
Yes. It's great, too.
Yeah. and the widow took the last one.
Mm-hmm.
So she also, I guess, became a Christian because of that.
But she seemed like she was into it.
Yeah, she probably was. And at the end, she like leaves the Rubik's Cube for him.
Mm-hmm. She goes to China.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She's got some assassinating to do over there.
Yeah. And then the dog thief and Detective K meet again over in China because Detective K is there to try and win the heart of the widow back.
Yeah.
Or not back, but win her heart because he really likes her, I guess. And then the detective or the dog thief is there saving dogs from becoming mules.
Yeah. It was great.
Yep. And that's how it ends.
It was a silly drama.
Movie. Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
Do you guys have anything else to say about it?
It was weird.
It was.
I
It
don't
was a
think
little weird.
it was alright.
I was just really confused at some points,
Yeah.
but other than that, it was pretty silly.
The style of filming was also weird.
Yeah, there was a lot of like handheld cameras.
Yeah, when they were running.
Yeah.
So
So
you just saw their face all dumb.
yeah, so it was like obviously it wasn't like nice and like smooth.
Yeah, well, that I didn't mind that,
Yeah,
but
I
like
didn't
the
either.
Cinematography?
No, but
Visual style.
yeah, that was weird to me.
What
Too
about it?
dark.
Yeah, it was a little washed out, kind of like sepia toned a little bit, or not sepia, but it just didn't have vibrant colors.
I did notice that there was some music that it reminded me of the 007 music. And then there was some music that reminded me of Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah. Well, I think this is supposed to be like the Sherlock Holmes of Korea type of thing.
Yeah.
It said at the beginning that he was the first detective in Joseon. Do you guys have anything else to say?
Not really.
Were there any favorite parts? We always forget favorite parts.
I liked when he reveals that he became a Christian to get a Rubik's Cube. That was
great.
hilarious.
That is great.
Oh, and also the part where they get hanged.
Oh yeah, that was.
Oh
That
yeah,
part was silly,
they
too.
got hanged, like one of them on one end of the rope and the other one on the other end. So if one of them fell off the little thing they were stepping on, then the other one would get hanged. And so they
Yeah.
had to like, for relief, one of them would go down and for a couple seconds, and then the other one would come down.
Yeah.
So it was like a seesaw.
Yeah.
That was great.
Oh, and also when they were breaking in to the merchant's house,
Oh yeah.
and they held up that thing.
Oh yeah, they
That
had
was a door.
they had a freaking like tapestry that looked exactly like the door that they ended up standing in front of.
Yeah.
Which would not be convincing in real life. You would be able to tell. Yeah. Yeah. There was also the time that he broke into the merchant's house and she came back, the widow came back, and like he was hanging from like a beam in the roof, and she like looked up and
He was
he
just
saw
there.
him.
Yeah.
He didn't do a very good job of like hiding.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
We forgot to mention how Barista Buddy ended up being an assassin.
Oh,
yes.
yeah. Freaking Barista Buddy. We never saw it coming.
Yeah, because he's like pretending to be this old man that can barely walk. And the whole time there's been like this assassin with like his face covered coming after Detective K. And it turns out it was Barista Buddy the whole time.
Yep.
Which was a pretty cool reveal.
I suspected he was something. Like, I don't know I forget at which part, but I was like, what if Barista Buddy's this?
Why?
But then I was like, nah. I don't remember.
I never suspected him. I didn't see it coming.
I didn't really suspect anyone of anything because I was confused and I was
I
just
also-
trying to like understand what was going on.
I also was a little shocked that the widow ended up still being alive and was that sexy lady.
Oh, I suspected her of being the widow too.
I didn't suspect her. I suspected her of being evil somehow.
Mhm.
Oh, I like their plot that they did.
Yes.
I like it when there's plots and then you go through what actually, like the planning of it and then the execution and stuff, and everybody plays their own role.
That cute little doggy that came out.
Ah, yes, there was a
That
cute
was
dog.
great.
It was great. It played dead. Well, that's it for Detective K, Secret of Virtuous Widow. Join us next time for another K-drama or film review. In the meantime, follow us on Instagram at kdrama_weekly, on Twitter at kdrama_weekly. Find us on Facebook at K-Drama Weekly Podcast, and email us at kdramaweeklypodcast@gmail.com. You can also visit our website, kdramaweeklypodcast.com, where you can find all of our podcast episodes, as well as some blog posts. And you can also see our mini reviews, as well as video versions of all the episodes over on our YouTube channel, K-Drama Weekly.
Yeah.
Yeah! Whose water is that?
I don't know.
Give me some. God, these are gross. Disgusting. I'm not putting raisins in it. No, thank you.
Hey! Hey!
Cause issue.
Hopkins!
Freaking Hopkins! Oh my Jesus! She's trying to get me. Our food is finally getting picked up. No.